Hello everyone, in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can introduce progression into your own Scratch games by increasing your game complexity. And exactly how I do so, I'm not going to reveal it yet. I want you to watch a simple gameplay of the game I've created here before I reveal the answer. Okay, so this is a little food hunt game that I have created. I basically need to control the mouse sprite to get to the cheese sprite. So let's begin. Okay, that's the end of my game. Now, did you notice every time I moved my mouse sprite successfully to the cheese, the entire game stage changes? Okay, so everyone, this is one way you can actually introduce progression into your Scratch game by increasing the game complexity through modifying game stage. So in a way, you're increasing the challenge behind the game. Okay, let's learn how this is done. I'm going to minimize this Scratch screen. We're going to look at the code and the behind the scenes of this game. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my stage backdrop first because this is where I actually created all the different game stages. Now, if I were to click on my backdrops tab, you'll be able to see that all my game stages are here. They exist as the costumes of my backdrop. Okay, and as I go down the column, you will see that the complexity of my game stage or my costumes increases. Okay, so this is a simple costume edit or modification of your game stage that you can do to increase the complexity and show progression in your game. Alright, now this is not done alone. I have to activate this using a set of codes. So let's look at the code now. Now, the code responsible for allowing my stage backdrop to change its look is actually this little code here. So I'm just going to read it out. When I receive next level hidden message, go to next backdrop. So this simple code is the one that helps me to activate and change my game stages or different costumes of my game stage backdrop. Okay, so who or what was the one responsible in giving this message? It is actually my mouse player sprite. So let's hop over to the mouse player sprite. Okay, I'm just going to read out the code that's relevant to this. Now, I have one code here that involves the mouse interaction with the cheese. Okay, so let's read that. If touching cheese sprite, then set volume to 100%, play the sound chomp, broadcast next level hidden message. So this is where I actually broadcasted the hidden message, and then this is actually received by my stage backdrop sprite to do the costume change to change the game stage screen. Okay, so everyone, you can just do a simple costume edit or a game stage modification coupled with simple coding to enable your game to have some game complexity progression. Okay, now I'm going to introduce something else. What happens here when I reach the last level of my game stage or the last costume? Okay, I have actually created a code to freeze the entire game, so I'm just going to show you that today. Hop over back to my mouse sprite. Okay, I have an additional code for this last game stage that Scratch has kindly provided for us. Okay, we are able to create an event when backdrop switches to level 3, or when backdrop switches to a particular costume, you are able to set a different set of conditional actions. Okay, so in this case of the game I've created, whenever my backdrop switches to the last level of the game, if my mouse sprite touches the cheese, then it's going to stop all the interactions in the game. So that's basically a game over. Okay, so everyone, just a recap, you can introduce progression into your Scratch video games by basically increasing game complexity through a modification of your game stage that can exist as costumes. Okay, whether it's tied to a sprite or whether it's tied to a stage itself. Okay, so this is one way of increasing challenges to show progression. Try it out on your own and see what else you can do with it.